This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Shakan Pitters over Zoom. Shakan, how are you doing?
Oh, good man. How about yourself?
I'm good, mate. It's good to catch up. Obviously, haven't had a chance to speak since your last outing. I was away, so now I'm back. We've got that chance to do so. So just reflect on it for me first and foremost, Shaq. What did you make of your stoppage victory, your performance against Jermaine Springer?
It was all right. Just done what I had to do, man. Just done what I was expected to do in myself. So yeah, it was all good. Just on to the next now.
How much of a kind of a relief did it feel to get back into the ring, just get back to winning ways?
It was just like it was good to be back in the ring. To win is always on my mind. It's nothing changes there. It's always on my mind to win. Regardless of my fight before that, every fight I go in there to win. So it's just good to be back there, more with the fans back there. My family, my loved ones, and everyone there. So it was good for that.
I know you'd have been looking, or previously you've spoken about you'd have loved the rematch with Craig. Has that been on your mind? Has it been in the back of mind how you want to right that wrong?
Yeah, of course I want to right the wrong, but like for me, I'm not gonna. He's got his path, I've got my path. I'm not gonna spend. I've never spent my career regardless. Looking at anyone else and chasing anyone. If it presents itself, of course I want it, and I'd want that. I would want that immediately. But of course, how our fight was, he was my mandatory, so there's no clause there. But it's what it is, and I'm just gonna carry on my journey and keep going forward. That's all I'm gonna be spending my time, chasing anything other than fights what are gonna move me up with my progress in my career. Keep moving me up. But if it was something that presents itself and it's there for me, of course I definitely want it. I want that all day long.
So Shaq, talk to me about what is next then on the back of a victory against Jermaine. What is next? What have you got in the pipeline?
Hopefully looking at something in August or something like that. Obviously I'd like to just push on for more bouts each year. I've won a bout in my career, so I want to carry on pushing on for more bouts and more title fights, really. Fights that make sense for my career.
What is the plan that Mick's laid out for you? So have you got any names in mind that you're targeting?
Got no names in mind at the moment. But I know we spoke at a few other bouts. Either around the European mark or any of the other high international bouts, whatever it may be. But for me, man, I just want to get in the ring and just keep going right through my opponents, just literally like that. But I know my next fight, hopefully, fingers crossed, and all these restrictions, ease up a bit, then I should be looking at a title fight, hopefully. And that's the plan.
With the titles, I know you said you was looking maybe around European level. Is the plan to kind of step away from the British scene now because there's so many brilliant domestic names around that 175 division, or are you still looking and considering who's there?
Yeah, I mean, not really. It's not really a case of stepping away. There's always good fights there. It's a good division. There's plenty of decent light heavyweights there, which will make a good fight. I'm sure it will. But as I say, we're all focusing on our own journeys, our own paths. For me, unless it made sense, then obviously I'd want to, fight a decent British operator. But I'm just pushing on for the bouts. It was for the British again against Craig all day long. I'd love that. But for me, really, everyone else, I know, like everyone else in the top tier as well, they're pushing on. Either on towards their world rankings or whatever as well. So we'll see, man. I'm just at the moment. I'm just focused on my own journey. That's all I can do.
It's one thing with yourself, Shaq. You've never been one to start calling people out, to start trying to kind of look to force fights on your own behalf. As kind of time progresses, do you think that mentality may change at all if you want to secure certain fights, certain titles?
Nah, that because like I said, I've got as far as I am. Never called a name out. You know what I mean? As far as I've got now, and I'll continue to get far. Just by making my gloves speak for me in the ring, man. My hard work prevail. then all the talk. And I've never been one anyway in everyday life and anything to be, the one to just be talking up whatever it may be. I'd rather just, put myself in the position for any other good fights with the gloves, you know what I mean? And that's about it really. We'll see, as I say. I believe my skills. I'm a decent operator. As long as I keep winning and everyone else keeps winning these fights, I'm sure we'll have to cross paths anyway.
I'm going to ask you, don't know whether you'll give an answer or not, but if you could choose one of the current other members of the British 175 division, who would you like to face if you could choose one?
Again, any of them which makes sense for my career, man. Any of them. Anyone who makes sense for my career, generally, honestly. I'm not in the business to call anyone out. I don't hear a lot of people generally calling me out these days either or anything. So I'm just, it's what it is. I'm just going to focus on my own lane, keep getting the wins. I want to be in good fights. I want to face good fighters. But again, it has to make sense for my career.
All right, Shaq, I just got a couple of questions I want to ask you before I leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. Just on Craig, he obviously recently moved up to world level, but was unsuccessful when he fought Dimitri Bivol. I'm sure you probably watched it, and if so, what did you make of it?
I think he done well. He made a good account of himself. Bivol again is a good fighter. Was he world number 2 or something like that? He's a good fighter. It caused a lot of fighters problems. But he done well. I think again, when I did watch the fight a bit, he'll probably kick himself a bit because there's times when he probably showed him a bit too much respect. And he probably realized that when it got too late that, I'm actually quite in this fight. But I think it's one way he'll gain a lot of valuable experience from. And, it grow him in confidence, I'm sure. But yeah, I think he done well. Just again, he'd just be kicking himself a little bit, probably wishing that he'd done more once he got back to the change room because he didn't look gassed out or anything. If anything, Bivol looked a bit more gassed out than him. So it's probably one he'd be kicking himself with, I'm sure. But regardless, he done well. He's got himself in a good position there where many of us fighters are pushing and wanting to get to that stage. So good on him in it. And
another fight which is coming up, I want to get your thoughts on somebody you've shared the ring with in sparring before, Joshua Buatsi. He's going to face Ricards Bolotniks at the middle of August 14th. I was getting a date confused in my head then. Buatsi Bolotniks, your thoughts, Shaq?
Very good fight. It's a very good fight. From what I've seen of that, is it Bolotniks? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know how you pronounce it. From what I've seen of him, I only watched a bit of him in the was it that Golden Contract? And he's a pressure fighter. So he seems like obviously he's just someone who's more of a pressure fighter. I'm not saying he's not a good boxer. Of course, he's a good boxer. He's a pressure fighter. Obviously, that would be something where Buatsi and his team will have to adjust to that. It's not going to be something where he may find himself on the back foot a bit. He may also find himself a lot on the front foot as well. But when you're fighting a fight like that, it's just going to be all they know is coming forward. And you got to have more things to gain, which Buatsi does have a lot to his game, and I'm sure he'll cope with it accordingly. With he's in a decent setup with Vijay Hunter and that, so I'm sure he'll make a good account of himself. I'm sure he'll get the win. I'll back him to win for sure, but it's going to be a tough fight.
Right, Shaq, just before I let you go, I want to leave a final word to yourself. Obviously, everybody's following and supporting you. Everyone who would have tuned in and watched you versus Jermaine, just what would you like to say to them?
Yeah, just thanks everyone for following my journey, continuing. Just keep following the sport and keep following boxing, man. We need the fans right now. It's good to have them back, and the sport needs them. And yeah, thanks everyone who's carried on, stayed by my side, stayed true to me, and believed in me. So we're just gonna keep pressing on from there, and hopefully I have some fight news, man, soon myself.
Right, Shaq, it's a pleasure to talk to you today once again. I will keep in touch, of course, as you know, and I will speak to you again soon. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
No worries, man. Take care, man.